For more, we're joined tonight by former CIA officer and counterterrorism specialist Philip Giraldi. Mr. Giraldi, good to have you with us tonight. Tell me what, in your opinion, Israel's doing. Do you think they're anxious for a conflict with Hezbollah and dragging the United States into this?
Yes, I think that's precisely what Israel is trying to do, or what Netanyahu is trying to do. It's a mistake to conflate Netanyahu with what Israelis think. I think most Israelis, as we just heard, are rather concerned about the possibility of another war. But Netanyahu, first of all, is having personal troubles in terms of fraud and other violations of law in Israel, and I think he is very much looking forward to something to divert the attention from that. And also, this has been Netanyahu's plan from the beginning. Right at the moment, there are several thousand U.S. soldiers in Israel on maneuvers. It would be perfect timing to escalate a situation in such a way that the United States would get involved in Israel's next war.
So do you really think that Netanyahu's personal situation with finances and business are an equation here that's playing out?
Yeah, I do. I think that's certainly a factor. I'm not saying that it's the dominant reason. Yeah. I think the dominant reason is that strategically, Israel essentially, well, let's face it, Israel has been attacking Syria and has been talking about attacking Lebanon, and neither Syria nor Lebanon have attacked Israel. So this is aggression by Israel against its northern neighbors.
You know, if you look at the budget the president has got for the military now, and the mainstream media isn't presenting it in these terms, but isn't this a war budget? I mean, it's almost like they say that we're retooling and we got airplanes that can't fly and don't have parts. You know, I haven't seen a whole lot of that, and the American people haven't seen that. But do you think that President Trump will engage in military action on behalf of Israel?
That's a difficult question. Trump is not predictable and doesn't follow any real logic in terms of what he does. That's the problem with Trump. But on the other hand, this is definitely a war budget. It's pushed by Mattis, among others, and essentially it's to give the United States a capability to intervene anywhere in the world, to basically fight two small wars at the same time, or one big one. And this is essentially what it's all about. This is not what the founders of the United States envisioned when they authorized the U.S. to have military.
So your best guess on what the goal of Israel is at this point?
Well, Israel has been pretty specific about what its objective is in terms of its neighbors. It essentially wants to reduce its neighbors into fragments. For example, in Syria, they would like to see it break up into various tribal groupings. Ethnic and religious groupings, also the same in Lebanon, and we saw the same process working out in Iraq. So this is essentially Israel's plan. If all of Israel's neighbors are weak, then Israel is strong.
And finally, these airstrikes that are taking place, that are being launched by Israel into Syria, hardly reported by the Western media. I think that's, we need to profoundly point that out. What do you think they're going to result in? What do you think these airstrikes will result in?
Well, I think Vladimir Putin has put a stop to any escalation right now. He's probably convinced Netanyahu that Russian involvement in this situation would not be a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, this is not going to go away. I think it's funny how the Western media has been playing this thing as if Israel was attacked by Syria. And of course, these planes were coming back from having attacked Syria.
Mr. Giraldi, good to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much for the analysis. Appreciate it.